So HBO Max's Green Lantern series is being redeveloped. The series will now focus on John Stewart. It was originally set to focus on various lanterns, including Alan Scott and Guy Gardner. Uh, First of all, DC has had a lot of news the last 3 days. On Monday, Henry Cavill's Superman was confirmed to be returning, not just for the Black Adam post-credit scene, but for more in the future. Although Grace Randolph would disagree. Casual Grace Randolph. And then yesterday we got Peter Schaefer and James Gunn will both be co-leading DC. And of course, DC right now, this week, has been just insane. This comes off the weekend of Black Adam's release. So you got not only a new movie, you got a new leader, and now you got things being confirmed like Henry Cavill's Superman's return. We got this Green Lantern thing. But I haven't read this, so I apologize if my mind kind of seems empty. And by the way, why is the Suicide Squad trending on Twitter? But so apparently there's gonna be the Green Lantern series has been talked about for years, to the point where I thought they were just gonna scrap it, but it seems like now they'll continue it, but it's gonna focus on John Stewart. Now, a question I have is, will it have Wayne T. Carr, who of course, as we know, was supposed to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League? If you guys remember, the ending scene was Martian Manhunter meeting Bruce Wayne at the end, telling him, hey, there's Darkseid still out there. There's still a looming threat out there. But the original version was going to be Wayne T. Carr as John Stewart talking to Bruce Wayne in the night. And we even have an image released from that scene, so we know what Wayne T. Carr would look like as John Stewart in Zack Snyder's DCEU. By the way, that also changed. It's no longer the DCEU, it's now the DCU, meaning DC Universe. But anyways, Greg Berlanti's Green Lantern HBO Max series being redeveloped loses writer exclusive. Seth Grahame-Smith has departed the drama after completing scripts for 8 episodes that were to focus on Hal Jordan and Alan Scott. HBO Max's long-gestating Green Lantern TV series is changing gears. The drama that has been in the works since late 2019 will now focus on John Stewart, one of DC's first black superheroes. The series, from executive producer Greg Berlanti, was to originally have revolved around Guy Gardner and Alan Scott, and had already cast Finn Wittrock and Jeremy Irvine Treadstone as the respective Green Lanterns. As part of the creative overhaul, writer and showrunner Seth Grahame-Smith has departed the series after completing scripts for a full season of 8 episodes. Sources say Grahame-Smith, who signed on as writer and showrunner a year after Green Lantern was announced, chose to leave the project after weathering a number of regime changes at HBO Max, its parent company. Producers Warner Bros. Television, and now DC Comics. The decision to refocus Green Lantern arrives at a pivotal time for DC. Sources say the character of John Stewart was off the table to producers who envisioned the show as focusing on the first Green Lantern, the openly gay Alan Scott and Guy Gardner, as well as multiple of other Lanterns, from comic book favorites to never-before-seen heroes. With DC Comics topper Walter Hamada's recent exit, a decision was made to start over and build the show around John Stewart, the character who first appeared in the early 1970s and was modeled after Sidney Poitier. It's worth that the Green Lantern creative overhaul has nothing to do with news this week that James Gunn and Peter Safran have been... did I say Schaefer earlier? I apologize for that. Safran, my bad. I keep forgetting the guy's last name. I've been tapped to lead film, TV, and animation at DC Studios in a role similar to what Kevin Feige is doing at Marvel. Gunn and Safran don't start their new jobs until November 1st. So that's not too long. So it's after Halloween. Off the previous incarnation, only Berlanti and his Warner Bros. TV-based Berlanti Productions remain attached to Green Lantern. Fellow executive producer Mark Guggenheim, who originally was poised to co-write the pilot alongside Grahame-Smith, was not recently involved with the show ahead of his retooling. When HBO Max announced plans for Green Lantern in October 2019, Berlanti described it as biggest DC show ever made, with plans for the series to go to space. Insiders at the time said it was poised to be the most expensive show DC ever made and easily the largest for HBO Max, with the budget estimated in the $120 million range. House of Dragon, by comparison, cost less than $200 million. Ooh, okay. The show's budget going forward is expected to be significantly less, as HBO Max, under David Zaslav's combined Warner Bros. Discovery is focusing on right-sizing its various assets. As part of the move to find an estimated $3 billion in cost savings, Zaslav and his division leaders have dropped a number of projects, including Berlanti's planned Strange Adventures anthology for HBO Max, J.J. Abrams' HBO original series, Demi Monde, an already completed Batgirl feature film. For Demi Monde, HBO is said to have balked at Abrams' request for a budget north of $200 million. Warner Bros. Discovery said in an SEC filing this week that it expects to make $2 billion to $2.5 billion in tax write-downs related to content. The 8 previously completed Green Lantern scripts are expected to be included in those tax write-offs, as sources maintain it wasn't Graham Smith's creative that ultimately doomed the first incarnation of the show, but rather its price tag. As for Whitrock and Irvine, neither remains signed on Green Lantern. Sources indicate that Berlanti Productions is easier to work with both actors when and if the project, which currently has the script to series commitment, moves forward. In spring 2021, when Whitrock and Irvine were cast, the show was still being fast-tracked and was to begin shooting that same year. The project is now a slower, more HBO-like development track under Belois and Warner Bros. TV topper Channing Tungi. A new longline for the series has not yet been determined, as the project is back to being in early development. Reps for HBO Max, Warner's Berlanti Productions, and Graham Smith declined to comment. The HBO Max take is Berlanti's second stab at the world of Green Lantern. He previously penned the screenplay alongside Michael Green, Guggenheim, and Mike Goldenberg for the 2011 DC-produced Ryan Reynolds star. That movie was met with negative reviews and was considered a flop. It grossed $219 million versus a budget of $200 million. Bruh. Don't even remind me. I mean, I didn't hate the Green Lantern movie that came out in 2011. I thought it was decent, honestly. I didn't think it was all that bad. But yeah, I don't really have much of a thought. I mean, look, I miss seeing Green Lantern on the big screen. Look, Green Lantern has never been in my favorites. Me personally, I'm more of a Batman, Superman, Flash kind of guy, Blue Beetle. I prefer those characters. So I'm not like the most hardcore Green Lantern fan. But hey, you know what? Let's just get the Green Lantern back. So wait, what was it that discussed in Phil put? HBO Max's Green Lantern series is being redeveloped. The series will not focus on Jon Stewart. It was originally set to focus on various Lanterns, including Alan Scott and Guy Gardner. The one question I do wonder is, oh, look, Matt Ramos turned it into a movie. Shut up. Bro, by the way, fuck Matt Ramos. Fuck Soups. I just don't like how I made a separate video on this, but Matt Ramos, he went to a Black Adam screening and he completely disrupted the entire theater by fucking standing and jumping like a fucking child. And he never had the audacity to apologize. I even sent him a message. I privately sent him a DM telling him, hey, look, this is irresponsible. This is immature. You need to know how to focus yourself in theaters. And that's why I now have I just don't like Matt Ramos anymore. I'm sorry. I just have no respect for him just because of that. Because now to me, I just now have a different mindset on him. I just genuinely believe that he doesn't care. By the way, Rihanna song will be coming out on Friday for Black Panther Wakanda Forever called Lift Me Up. But sorry if I got off track. I mean, look, my favorite Green Lantern has always been Hal Jordan. But hey, Jon Stewart, all right, cool. Let's go with it. As long as I think, honestly, I'm going to say this right now. Unpopular opinion, I think Green Lantern works better as a series over a movie. Because the Green Lantern, and especially if you're doing Green Lantern Corps, the thing is, there's so many different Green Lanterns. I feel like you get more of a fleshed out story of the Green Lantern Corps when you do it as a series. Now, I wouldn't mind a movie, but like if you're going to focus on showing multiple Green Lantern, then I definitely recommend just go ahead, do the show. I think that would honestly be far, far better. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. You guys let us know in the comment section down below. What do you think about this? Do you like this? Do you not? Do you want Jon Stewart to be the face of the Green Lantern Corps in the DC universe? Are you happy about this? And again, we do got to clarify, this isn't a James Gunn decision. He still hasn't taken his position until November 1st. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all next time. And thank you guys for being here in the multiverse of movies.